My name is Roy Migi. I'm the ambassador of Vanuatu to the European Union and Belgium. I'm actually also the dean of the ACB Committee Ambassadors. I've worked and enjoyed our relationship with CTA, and CTA is doing marvelous work in terms of advancing ACB's agribusiness interest in the entire ACB fraternity. Thank you very much, CTA. I think as transpired at the last week's meeting on the regular CTA policy briefing for all ACB ambassadors and the diaspora, the presentation both by CTA and the outcome, as presented by CTA and my Director General, Mr. Awataru, to the audience was very captivating. First of all, it goes to show the value that CTA has actually invested into Vanuatu in terms of the agribusiness, but also, to a larger extent, the appreciation by the government of Vanuatu to be able to translate all programs, engagement with CTA into tangible projects. And I think that is something, a manifestation that we in Vanuatu are very, very proud. We are very passionate, but we're very proud that all the assistance given by CTA, through ACB, of course, through intra-ACB program, and through support from the EU, both in the 10th and 11th EDF, has been able to translate into remarkable results. And as confirmed by the Director General himself in terms of agribusiness, linking farmers and tourism, is something that Vanuatu has made stronger strides and made commitment that is going to continue as a manifestation and lead as part of Vanuatu's global development programs in agribusiness and the way forward. That is a very, very important initiative that CTA has picked up. I think the classical examples and the leadership put about by our friend Olivier, this expert in New Zealand chef who's done so much remarkable work and training in the Pacific, I think his involvement also must be given credit and must be given commendation and congratulations. He's brought the entire kitchen food techniques into the Pacific and within the Pacific to a totally new level. In Vanuatu, the training provided by CTA with the engagement of the INA from the Caribbean region, and of course with Mr. Oliver, I think there's been a very tremendous boost in terms of knowledge sharing, but also in the ability and the potential to expose ourselves to newer dimension. And a classical example is when we bring ourselves to the Caribbean meeting last year in Barbados. They, for the first time, have been able to witness for the first time, the different kind of cuisines that is prepared in the Caribbean, vis-a-vis those from Vanuatu on the Pacific. I think CTA has done marvelous, and there's great potential to look into that by engaging our chefs. Chefs are trained in special fields. They can be able to mingle and mix, put a blend in both traditional food into the exotic, emerging food that tourism like. I think also what needs to be taken on board, our tourism industry has also been very, very conscious on the issue of the NCDs. Therefore, we have put a lot of emphasis on consuming and encouraging, promoting local food safety and local food consumption. CTA has gone out of the way to be able to lead it, and I'm glad I can see SPC now in Numea also supporting this role. It's something in support of the chef, that's something we would like to encourage, that in the future and in part of your program, CTA must also be able to work closely with the Ministry of Agriculture and Tourism and mobilize our emerging young chefs and train them out there. The field work visits to the Caribbean region is, as a classical example, that has given tremendous boost, lessons, and confidence in our young chefs to be able to go out and prepare chefs. After all, Vanuatu receives quite significant number of tourism come to Vanuatu every year. We are also very proud to be able to share with our emerging, our potential descending tourists that come to our hotels and restaurants, the blend that Vanuatu Pacific can be able to blend with Caribbean food culture and drinks, local drinks, for example. I think that is something I'm very, very proud of, and I'm also already beginning to see the results in some of our hotels in Vanuatu as a result of the engagement and participation in previous and recent CTA programs on chefs and the kitchen itself. Thank you very much. I think that is a very, very relevant question. Indeed, I can confirm Vanuatu was taken off as one of the first countries in the Pacific ACB region to be able to adopt and be able to put into practice the work done by both CTA and SPC to a large extent. Indeed, the cyclone palm, the Category 5 cyclone palm that devastated and destroyed Vanuatu on the 13th of March last year, I think without this degree of resilience and without the support of the outside actors, Vanuatu would have the role of destruction and the role of rebuilding would have taken much, much longer. But thanks to the support given by CTA and other actors and the international community, Vanuatu, because of the resilience in its degree in itself, we have been able to do things out of the way before international aid comes to Port Vila or to Vanuatu. Our people have already started to mobilize themselves, get themselves organized, engaged to build up the country. I also wanted to place on record the fact that because of the previous recent trainings organized by CTA and SPC, our rural community, through the Ministry of Agriculture, has been able to engage, to find ways to be able to bring back normalcy into the households and the homes of people of Vanuatu. And that is something we're very, very proud with. A Category 5 cyclone is not something we take lightly. It is very, very serious. It has taught us a lot of lessons. It has also been able to allow the farmers in the rural area, in the value chain, to be able to start to realize and appreciate the potential the tourism, agribusiness does provide. And now agriculture can be able to provide a strong sense of resilience as a coverage to people, to prepare people, not within the immediate future, but also in terms of planning to face these disasters. After all, in the Pacific, we are faced with regular, frequent sensitive natural disasters. I think the best thing to do is to be able to cope, but to prepare in advance for any emerging disaster that would come. And I think once again, CDA came to our rescue. They provided help at the first time, organized meetings that can be able to bring people together, mobilize them, and identify what particular actors should be responsible in terms of managing the rebuilding and reconstruction of the economy of Vanuatu. That's something I'd like to place on record. Thank you.